The last voice message. Daniel sat on his couch staring at his phone. His best friend Mark had died 3 days ago. The funeral had been earlier that afternoon, and Daniel had barely made it through without breaking down. Losing Mark felt like losing a part of himself. His phone buzzed, a voicemail notification. Daniel frowned. He hadn't heard it ring. He opened his call log. The number was familiar, Mark's number. His breath caught. That wasn't possible. His hands trembled as he pressed play. At first, all he heard was static. Then, Mark's voice, frantic, desperate. Dan, please, you have to help me. I don't know where I am. It's dark. It's so cold. Please. Static cut in, and Daniel's blood ran ice cold. Then the message continued. They said it wasn't my time. They won't let me leave. Dan, please. You have to find me before... A loud, piercing noise filled the phone. A shriek, something inhuman. Mark gasped, then silence. Daniel sat frozen. His mind raced. He checked the timestamp. 11:23 p.m., an hour ago. His chest tightened. His stomach churned. Mark had been dead for days. How could he have just left a message? He hit redial. The call didn't go through. Number no longer in service. Daniel's pulse pounded in his ears. He tried to shake the feeling that something was horribly wrong. But then his phone buzzed again. A text message from Mark's number. 2 words, let me out. Daniel dropped the phone. His breath came in ragged gasps. This had to be a cruel joke. Someone had to be messing with him. Then his phone rang. Mark's name on the screen. Daniel swallowed hard. His finger hovered over the answer button. Every instinct screamed at him not to, but he did. Static, then breathing, shallow, ragged. Dan! Daniel's vision blurred with tears. Mark? His voice was barely a whisper. A long pause, then, you should have answered sooner. The call ended, and behind him his phone screen reflected in the dark window. But in the reflection, he wasn't alone.